right, we're live. We got Hulk and WASP NERFs. Pretty drastic stuff. Let's compile some data and make a video. We got that. See what else we can get. Social post. What is this? All right, we'll do this. This looks good. What's up, Ghost? Boy, Bounce is just gonna run over the meta. Holy shit, right? Evolved Wasp, evolved Hulk. Gambit no longer will blow up cards if you don't have cards in your hand. Mystique, I don't really understand the Mystique change. Gameplay, so now triggers on reveals if the copied Uncorn card had one. Whenever carding a copies ability, implicitly copies the whole text box. I'm sorry, man, copies the card on reveal and an ongoing ability like Soulstone or Electro, it gets both immediately. But when Miss Jo does, she gets on reveal ability without triggering it, even though she was just played like Absorbing Man. This is coming up often, but we consider the quality of life improvement. All right, fine. I don't really understand. Like, give me an example of how that would work. I don't understand. This is like, I was reading this and I was like, oh, if the last card you played has an ongoing ability, copies it text. All right, so it actually works like it reads. All right, that's all it means is now that it works the way it reads. I guess I didn't. Yeah, I don't think they're. I think series drops are kind of like a thing of the past. Black Bolt, Bucky, Cerebro, Doctor Strange, Craven. Fixed issue causes maximum cubes for the last rounds of conquest to be excessive. All right. Fixed the number of conquest UIs in performances. Fixed an allowed weekly spotlight card to be purchased more than once. Fixed an issue Mystery 3 card purchase if you have collected all series 3 cards. Fixed an issue you get some cards target specific card in hand rather than at random. Card crash when King interacted with Atlantis. Prevented users getting 3 bonus ranks upon hitting level 10 for the first time. All right, so Wasp got nerfed big time. Yeah, no, you're right. Series dropping from series 4 to series 3 matters a lot. Dropping from series 5 to series 4 is just an adjustment of the token price, right? But the main reason why people were wanting series 4 to drop to series from 5 to 4 in the past was so that you could get them out of boxes on the pity timer of 1 in 40. Now that's not a thing. Boy, is anybody gonna do this? Holy moly. 10 what, you're gonna have to spend 7,000 gold to get that mystery premium variant? Oof, that's some crackety stuff. Actually, I feel like this is the direction that they need to be going. Like, I feel like it was kind of like, for whatever it's worth, it's kind of challenging to cracking out on this game. And if they're gonna allow people to cracking out on cosmetics, hey man, cool. Like, I'm okay with people cracking out on cosmetics. Like, if people want to drop 10 grand on cosmetics, let them do it. Like, it does not affect me at all. Doesn't affect gameplay, doesn't affect anything. Like, it just doesn't matter. I'm happy for your whatever cosmetic. It did work. It absolutely worked. Like, if you have collector's reserves right now and you have not updated, you can absolutely take advantage of this. There's a way of doing it, 100%. Basically, if you have not updated your game right now, you can go in and open all of the normal ones. Like this one right here was at, I can't really read the number there, but that was at 10,450. Like, just not open that one. Open that one. Open that one. Like, if you have the numbers, you can go and open all of them and save the collector's reserve ones. I mean, Lockjaw was powerful, right? So Lockjaw got nerfed, and they attempted to nerf Bounce in the last adjustment. They adjusted 2 cards, Hood and Beast. It just wasn't enough. I'm a fan of the frequent minor adjustments. And they felt like they couldn't do it weekly, and so now they're doing it every enough weeks. And I feel like the cadence for adjustments is too infrequent. So the mystery, yes, the mystery card in the spotlight most likely will be a card you already have. Yeah, get one of the most rarest cards in the game. If you already own the card, you can convert it to premium variant. Yeah, this system is okay. What's real talk? This system is the best, is better for people that are not collection complete. It's marginally better for people that are like I think I'm missing 2 cards in the entire game. Spider-Man 2099 and Howard the Living Duck. Unless they do an adjustment to those 2 cards, I don't care. Yeah, Gambit is okay. So Hulk, Wasp absolutely nerfs. Gambit is a different card. Like, this is now only gonna work with like Apocalypse and Swarm. This is not gonna be the same card at all. Yeah, if you're trying to like Wong Odin bounce this guy, and you don't have a card like Apocalypse or Swarm, it's not doing it. It's not gonna wipe the board. I don't know what I think that they I mean, I guess I don't know if I care. Yeah. All right. So it didn't, basically the text on Mystique is the same. If the last card you played has an ongoing blade, copy its text. It didn't do that. It only copied the ongoing part. So I think a good example of that would be Electro, as somebody pointed out a minute ago. It didn't copy all of Electro. The on reveal and the ongoing part. So now it copies all of it. Yeah, or Soulstone or whatever, right? On reveal, ongoing, it copies all of it. Basically, it only copied the ongoing part. Soulstone, there's the other example. So now it'll draw a card. Is that what it means, basically? Like if you Mystique Soulstone, now you get to draw a card. You get the draw a card effect now. Yeah, the Hulk change is pretty drastic, really. What is that? I don't want that. I mean, WASP basically now is affect one card. Hulk no longer is ongoing. It's got like a passive, but it basically has to be in your hand or in play to get the +2. Nakia, give all your cards in your hand +1 power. So what's a strong 3-drop? What, a 3-5, 3-7? 3-7 is brusted, right? So doesn't this make Nakia like super powerful? Like, you have 3 cards in your hand, then it's like she's effectively a 3-6. You can cheese the spotlights. Yep. They're 100% of a way to cheese the spotlights. Is there a good thread about how to do that right now? But you 100% can cheese the spotlights. It absolutely is a thing. Yeah, so basically, if you Mystique Soulstone, you also will draw a card. Right? Is free tokens for buying variants a good thing? Listen, anytime that Second Dinner can make a fuck ton of money off of people enjoying variants, when they have to monetize progression and when they have to monetize availability to cards, that is a bad thing. When they're able to monetize something that I don't give a fuck about, go for it. If you want to spend 10 grand on variants and Second Dinner doesn't have to charge ridiculous prices for other things, it's like me living in Las Vegas. I don't gamble, but guess what? I don't pay state income tax. If people want to gamble and I don't have to pay state income tax, cool. I'm all for anything that they could do in this game to make money off of cosmetics. Like, go for it. Yeah, this is a big overall. That type of stuff is a big win for the most of the community. Yeah. If people want to spend unreasonable amounts of money on cosmetics, like $10,000, I say go for it, man. If you want to spend $100 to get an extra 200 collector tokens and a premium Mr. Variant, whatever, by buying, I don't know, probably my guess is that these people only buy the 1,200 ones. So 1,200 times 10, which is 12,000 gold. What is that, $150? All right, go for it, man. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is awesome. Yeah, I'm like a big fan of people like flushing money down the toilet buying variants. Cool. Please do. Yeah, this right here. This is random. This card is random. It could be a card that you already have. And if it's a card you already have, it's going to be a variant. Yes, let the rich people support the game so it can grow even more. Yeah. So the problem that I have with mobile games in general is that it's not a problem, but it's just the way mobile games in general work. Like the way that I see in my experience in covering mobile games going back to 2014, thinking every day about mobile games, mobile game modification, is that there always is somebody out there that has a lot more resources than, let's say, I have or you have. And you know what? For whatever reason, there are people with a lot of money or a lot of interest in spending ungodly amounts of money. I mean, in Marvel Snap, it is not uncommon to hear of people that have spent thousands, 10,000s, 20,000. I've spent 26,000, and I don't consider myself a Kraken, but people have spent hundreds, if not $1 million, $1 million on a mobile game, right? So, which, like, when it comes to Snap, if people are spending $1 million on cosmetics, that's actually funding the game, right? And if people want to spend tens of thousands of dollars on cosmetics in Marvel Snap, that is a good thing for the community, because then that means that, in theory, what we're going to hope is that Second Dinner doesn't try to monetize progression, doesn't try to monetize acquisition of cards. If they can keep this game as minimally, pay to win as possible, because I'm going to put this out there right now. This game is pay to win. I feel like if you're not a Battle Pass purchaser, this game can be frustrating, right? I think there is a big gap in this game between people that buy the Battle Pass and people that don't buy the Battle Pass. Beyond that, I don't think so. Like, I actually think you can have a good experience in Marvel Snap for $10 a month. I really do. I mean, I'm in that category, and I have everything but 2 cards, and I have a fuck ton of collector tokens. I'm sitting on 6,000 collector, 26,000 collector tokens and 9,000 gold. Like, all I got to do is buy the Battle Pass. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, so how does it work? Every 10th collector resource is now a spotlight. And the spotlights give you a 1 in 4 chance of this up. Oh, here, I'm on the wrong screen. Every 10th collector's reserve is a spotlight. And you get a 1 in 4 chance of getting a random card. And if it's a card you already have, you get a variant. You will either, like for me, like for you, if you don't have Living Tribunal, you'll get the normal level Tribunal. I have Living Tribunal, so I would get the variant. I have Null, so I would get the variant. I have Jean Grey, so I would get the variant. So, like, there's no reason for me to open any of these. I did not do the min-max thing. No. I wasn't. I opened everything. No, if you have not updated and you're able to get your hands on the spreadsheet that shows where on the collection track, here. Is there a link to it? Here, there you go. Maybe you want to screenshot that. So, like, if you have not updated your game and you want to open collector's reserves, you can open all but these numbers right here. These numbers right here are going to be the spotlights. You're going to have to screenshot that. Does that make sense? If you have not updated the game and you want to open your collector's reserves, do not open these ones because these ones will convert to spotlights. All right, yeah, Reddit. All right, and then Steve, maybe we'll pin that. Yeah, why don't we pin that comment? Yeah, this is, we'll pin that comment. That's a good comment. Yeah, I listen, if you want to min-max and do the spotlight thing, I'm not doing it. You know, you're going to have to figure it out on your own. I mean, I think it's the best way to min-max the game, but as far as like how to do it and everything like that, I haven't done it myself. So you're going to have to do a little bit of research. You know, maybe I think a good place to start is that Reddit post. And this will only work for people that have not updated their game yet and have an abundance of collector's reserves that they have not opened yet. You guys with me on that? Did my chat freeze? I think it must have. Probably not. I don't really, hold on, let's see. I don't really... Right now, I don't really need anything. I know that sounds really rich, but like, I mean, I have so much. I have like an abundance of everything right now. You know, 21. I'm missing 2 cards in the entire game. I have 21,000. Jean Grey is bugged. They're gonna have to give compensation on that, so I'll probably get compensation for Jean Grey. I'm sitting on 9,000 gold. I'm going to get 6,000 gold from that Black Panther offer. So, like, I preferred to have the agency. Yeah, it would have been better for me to save up a collector's reserves. And I probably should be sitting on, like, 4 or 5 spotlights if I gamed the system better. Anytime someone, we just talked about this. In general, any expensive, extravagant cosmetic things, I'm a big fan of. Because if people are willing to spend large amounts of money on cosmetics to fund this game, as opposed to the alternative of people willing to spend ungodly amounts of monies for pay-to-way progression, I'm a big proponent of the first, of cosmetics being expensive in this game and being exclusive and people flushing tens of $1,000s to get every cosmetic. I'm a huge fan of that because it's basically funding my experience and I don't care about cosmetics. If you don't have high evolutionary and you want an opportunity getting for free, wait, what was it, 2 weeks? 2 weeks from now, is it 3 weeks from now you can get an opportunity of getting high evolutionary for free? Seems pay to win. It's cosmetics. It's cosmetics. Yeah, I can care less about cosmetics. The 2,000 tokens is not meaningful. And if somebody wants to spend that kind of money on cosmetics to get one extra card, you know what, $300-400, go for it. Listen, like in free-to-play games, expensive bundles don't hurt free-to-play players. What hurts free-to-play players is high-value cheap bundles, like the battle pass. So like free-to-play players in this game have a significant disadvantage over somebody that's willing to spend $10 on the battle pass. The battle pass is infinitely more problematic in a fair, non-pay-to-win playing space than some absurd bundle where you got to spend 7,000 gold to get 2,000 tokens. That doesn't even matter. You want to look like a rapper? There you go. Yeah. This game has a good experience for people willing to spend $10 a month on the battle pass. It's actually a good value. All right, what is this here? Every 9 premium mystery variants open or avoid the following, not in this order: 6 rare variants, 3 super rare variants. Wait. Every 9, what is a premium mystery variants open? Actually, I don't understand what this means. Is that this right here? Is that what that's called? That thing that I don't care about? Premium mystery variant. All right. All right. Sorry, Rashlin, I'm using you as my photo dump. Because you're just only open. Yeah, the battle pass is... Listen, this game, like, if you want to play this game competitively, it's going to be frustrating if you don't buy the battle pass. I think if you're going to spend $10 on Marvel Snap, buy the battle pass. I actually think this game is an exceptional experience for people that are willing to purchase the battle pass. And for me, I don't see the need to spend a lot more than the $10. Like, I can play this game comfortably for $10 right now. Like, I'm just not having any problems with access to cards I want, and I'm only spending $10. If you want to spend more than that, or if you want to, you know, I've also been playing longer than most people because I started playing in May of 22, you know, in the soft launch. So, you know, I probably have 6 months up on everybody also. So that does make a difference. Because I've been playing the game 6 months longer than probably most people. Yeah, the Hulk thing is kind of unpredictable now. Like, you're not going to know if a 22 power Hulk or a 14 power Hulk is coming down. It's going to be kind of bizarre, actually. How many caches work? I got home. I want to get the null variant. You have to. You have how many spotlights do you have? Is the question. These, I guess the answer is really simple. These only come out of spotlights. So how many spotlights do you have? As a general rule, I would open 0 spotlights unless you have 4. Like, if you have 3 spotlights, I would not open any. You cannot split null variant. Is that true? Why not? Yeah, how many spotlight caches do you have? And in general, I would say do not open any unless you have at least 4. Oh, you either have how that number, yeah. New variants or bug can't split. Okay, so new variants are bugged, can't split. That's yeah, that's not right. Yeah, that's not right. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm using your our Discord as my. All right. Where did that guy go? Oh, that's no fun. Where did that go? Where did that guy go? Oh, you risked it? New variants are bugged, yeah. No, there's a guy named the Timberstone. I was gonna give him the ability to go watch other streams and not be bored here anymore, but I can't see him. Thoughts on Jean Grey? Bugged, and the only reason why I bought Jean Grey is because she's bugged, and I think there's going to be compensation. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bothered with her. I don't really care for the card. I don't like this playstyle. Yeah, I don't see the guy. All right, here, how do I do this? I don't know, man. My chat is bugged. Let me hit refresh. Then you haven't updated the game yet, Fabby. And maybe you don't want to upgrade the game. Yeah. If you don't have any Spotlight caches, then you haven't updated the game yet. It is live on iOS. It's 100% live on iOS. All right. Here we go. Let's make a. I guess we'll make a video. I don't know if I have enough information to make a video yet. New variants are bugged. Also, holy shit! I feel like everybody's just gonna play bounce right now. Like, oh my god, right? I don't even think that's the best version of bounce. I think this is the best version of bounce right here. Probably this version, or maybe if you don't have Jeff, you do Iceman. Yeah, you know. Was Jean Grey worth trying to pull with reserves or wait and save for a Dark Arc? I don't think Jean Grey is that great yet. Like, I haven't. First of all, Jean Grey's bugged. Like, there's no assessment to be had currently on whether she is an effective or ineffective good card. It is currently unknowable because the card is bugged as fuck. Like, nobody can possibly make any assessment on the value of Jean Grey in her current form. Yeah, and Jean Grey, listen, if I were to guess and I bought her and I played her, I don't think she's a great card. I don't think Jean Grey is going to be a meta-defining card. I don't think she's going to, not currently on what we have, not with bounce running rampant. Until bounce is not a thing, I don't really know that Jean Grey is going to be anything at all. The Spider Ham compensation already went out. If you didn't get it, you didn't get it. And if you feel like you should, you're going to have to contact customer support. I've been playing a Surfer deck with Jean Grey, but here's the thing. The card is bugged. So how could we know if Jean Grey is good or not until they fix the card? It's not knowable right now because the card is so bugged. It's bugged like 5 different ways currently. The most annoying way that the card works face down against Daredevil. Like it's bonkers how bugged the card is right now. I have 3 caches. I only want wall just updated. All right. So so do whatever you want, but here's the deal, right? You have a 25% chance, a 25%, 25% chance. So if you open all 3 of your reserves and don't get null, here's the thing. I personally believe that, I don't know. Like, please understand that the suggestions I give are based off progression and have nothing to do with variance. If you care about a variant, I don't know what to tell you. I think wasting spotlight caches on variants is a huge waste of your progression, and I absolutely would not do that. But if you care about variants, do whatever you want. I would not open a spotlight cache. There's a spotlight cache, 0% chance just for a variant. I would never do that. Follow the link. If you have not updated the game and you have a bunch of collector's reserves, click the pinned link and try to understand what's going on there in the Reddit thread. I'm not getting involved with that. I actually didn't do it myself, so I can't speak to how it works or not. Yeah, I think if you want Jean Grey and you don't mind the idea of getting the null variant, and you have 4 spotlight caches. See, for me, I would only do it to get Jean Grey if I didn't have Jean Grey, and then I would open them until I got Jean Grey. But if you're doing it for null, I don't know, man. You're gonna if you're opening spotlight caches just for variants, you're gonna put your account progression at a setback. And play the game the way you want to play it is the way that I would say. Yeah, spending the spotlights on variants is going to put you at a disadvantage for your progress, because these spotlights need to be saved for new cards coming out. And if you care about having competitive decks and getting competitive cards, then you need to save them and use them only when there's a card that is needed. So I'll give you an example. How shitty would it have been in the last month if you didn't have High Evolutionary? Well, someday there's going to be another card that comes up in the system that's going to be as powerful as High Evolutionary, and if you're not ready with at least 4 spotlights to get that next High Evolutionary, or whatever card that is, then you're gonna have a bad experience if there's another card in this system that is as powerful as High Evolutionary was in the last month. And so if you don't care about that, then do whatever you want. If you want to open these spotlights and for variants, go for it. That's a better one to pin. All right. Yeah, Hitmonkey's pretty good. Yeah, again, I most of the suggestions I make for people are based off of I'm generally assuming that everybody here is a battle pass player, a battle pass purchaser, like the $10. It's all of my recommendations that I make are under the assumption that you at least minimum purchase the battle pass. Yeah, I would say in general it's a bad idea to open any of these unless you have 4 saved up. Thoughts on the nerfs buffs? We're going to make a video about it right now. Let's see. Do I have enough to talk about? Yeah, I mean, if the rewards, I mean, battle pass cards. I mean, the reason to buy the battle pass is not for the card; it's for everything else. And if it happens to be a good battle pass card, then cool. All right. Yeah, Snow Guard sounds terrible. I'm not a fan of. Nobody plays Snow Guard. It's an unplayable card. All right. 50 collector's tokens. Yeah. High Evolutionary is still going to be good. Yeah, these changes are not going to drastically change High Evolutionary. It's going to be I mean, High Evolutionary. Yeah, these are small changes. Yeah, yeah. Hitmonkey is amazing. All right. All right, we just got a patch today, and there's a lot of confusion on the new Spotlight cache, and there's a couple systems out there now with the premium mystery variant. We're going to talk about all of that. Before we get into it, we're going to go over the patch update notes and give my thoughts on the nerfs and the buffs. And we're going to be using an article here on snap.fan because cosmetically it looks the best. Now, there were two changes to the high evolutionary archetype, and I do not think that High Evolutionary is ruined. I think High Evolutionary will continue to be good. But I also largely feel that these were the two cards. I for weeks now, I've been saying that the strongest two cards in the High Evolutionary archetype is WASP and Hulk. And so these are significant changes. WASP now will only hit one target. Before it hit two targets, and now it'll hit one target. And I think that specifically makes the Lockjaw decks less effective. And it feels like that the two adjustments, like here to Wasp and Hulk, are because of the Lockjaw decks. I mean, I think that there's basically three High Evolutionary archetypes right now. There's Lockjaw, Lockdown, and then a traditional just negative effect Luke Cage style High Evolutionary. And I believe that as far as competitiveness, the Lockjaw decks were the most effective, and these two changes were going to affect that one too, because typically the Lockjaw deck was only playing High Evolutionary, Wasp, and Hulk, wasn't playing the other evolved cards. Okay, so this is going to be a day effect, one random card. So effectively Wasp, instead of being a 0/3, is going to be a 0/2, which is still very good. Any zero card, I feel like this is a necessary change, and it's for the good, and yet I still think High Evolutionary is going to be very powerful. Now, Hulk is no longer going to be an ongoing card. Basically, the +2 power for each turn you ended will only happen when Hulk is in your hand or in play. So, you draw into Hulk, and then suddenly Hulk is, oh, wow, I've got a 20-powered Hulk. And so this, I believe, is mostly going to impact the Lockjaw. Now, one thing that is potentially bad with this change, as someone was bringing out, is like if you're playing against a High Evolutionary deck, you don't know if a 14-power Hulk is coming down or if a 22-power Hulk is coming down. It's going to be a lot more unpredictable, the actual total amount of power that the Hulk is going to have. So it's no longer ongoing. And I know that there was a deck that I was playing with Rogue, and quite often I would steal this ongoing ability from Hulk, it's now going to be like a passive effect, you know, kind of like how like Angela or Bishop or Collector, it just happens. It's not an ongoing ability. When you spend an in turn with unspent energy, +2 power, if in hand or in play, Hulk appears in every high evolutionary shell. This is true. We've been monitoring, and the Hulk is the strongest there is, giving the unfortunate bug that doesn't count the last turn of the game. That's the way it's been. They're saying even with that bug is making Hulk so incredibly powerful. Should you happen to have energy to spare, this adjustment will remove that issue and also reduce the average power of the Hulk, especially in the lockjaw shells where players could often accumulate energy without ever drawing Hulk at all. So the way that it was before is if you were able to like wave into Hulk, then you would have unspent energy. Hulk wouldn't get the +2 power because it was busted before. But now under this current system, Hulk will. So if your opponent or you wave on turn 5 and play Hulk on turn 6, Hulk will be currently in this new form, will getting +2 on the last turn. It wasn't that way. Now Gambit got wrecked in a lot of ways. Gambit is now a 3/3, but Gambit will no longer destroy a card if there's no card to discard. So one of the main uses of Gambit was to use on like some sort of combo where, you know, like into like Wong or Odin Mystique combo where it basically wipes the board, and it's no longer going to work like that unless you have a card in your hand that keeps coming back into your hand, and they mention Apocalypse or Swarm. So what is happening is that Gambit now must actually discard a card to destroy. So the old decks that completely wipe the board are not going to work unless they play Apocalypse or Swarm. Fine. Mystique. Okay, so this is a change to the card on the way it works. So the text is not changing at all. And if you read the text, it actually makes sense because the way that it worked was different than the way the card reads. On reveal, if the last card you played has an ongoing ability, copy its text. Now, the way that it worked before, it should have read differently before. If the last card you played here has an ongoing ability, copy that ongoing ability. So that, because the way it works before is that it only copied the ongoing ability, but it didn't actually copy the body of the text. And so they give two examples. Electro, the way it worked before is that it copied the ongoing part, but didn't copy the on reveal part. So Mystique now, if you copy Electro was the last card played, you will get +1 max energy. It didn't work that way before. Same thing with Soulstone. You would not draw a card. So now you'll draw a card if you copy Soulstone. So this is kind of interesting. I actually could see Mystique being more viable in like Thanos decks for that reason. Next, Nakia. And I do think this is a good change. The way that Nakia worked before was 3/2, give the left 2 most cards in your hand +2 power, which was really hard to use. And specifically, I was always trying to do this with like cards like Swarm, and it just never seemed like Swarm was in the right place of your hand. Now it just gives all cards in your hand +1 power. So she's a 3/3, give all cards in your hand +1 power. Now, if we think about strong 3-drops in the game currently, that would be like Polaris, which is a 3/5, or we think about the card that gives 3/7. And your opponent can draw 2 cards. So like a 3/7 with a pretty significant downside is very strong. Well, if you play Nakia, she's a 3/3, and then you have 4 cards or 3 cards in your hand, effectively making her a 3/6 or a 3/7, depending on how many cards in your hand, means that she, as far as raw stats, pretty powerful. And I think this will give more consistency to the card, like if you did want to boost the stats on a card like Swarm. So I think Nakia might see a lot of play inside of Sarah Surfer decks going forward. Now, these are text only updates, and so I don't think, you know, the functionality of the card is not changing at all. but the way that they're wording it, it's as on reveal, discard the lowest card from your opponent's hand, as opposed to your opponent must discard the lowest card hand. Developer note: there is an unresolved inconsistency present in the text regarding the capitalization of a word cost. Look to that for other cards. Similar change to Black Cat, Bucky, Cerebro, Doctor Change, Craven. The cards are not changing at all. It's basically just a text change, so that they're doing it the language to be a little bit more concise. Then also, I just wanted to bring up that there's this new system here for 2,000 collector tokens and a premium Mr. variant. A lot of people have been asking about this, and personally, the way that I look at this system right here, if you want to buy 10 daily offers, and I'm going to imagine that one that buys these typically buying the 1,200 ones, because the 1,200 ones can't be acquired randomly, right? The 700 ones can be acquired randomly inside of mystery reserve, mystery variant boxes and things like that. But the 1,200 ones are the ones that are relatively scarce, right? And so I feel like the person that's going to want to do this is going to have to spend 12,000 tokens to get this mystery right here. This, where we got the mystery premium variant right here and 2,000 collector tokens. Okay. And here's my take on that. Like, any way that Second Dinner can monetize this game, because there are people out there that want to spend lots and lots of money on this game, and if those people have an ability to spend lots and lots of money on variants, cool. I will always take issue when they try to monetize progression and card acquisition, because then it starts shifting towards pay to win. Now, this game is pay to win, right? Largely, I feel that the Battle Pass in this game has high value, and Battle Pass purchasers have a significant advantage over free-to-play players, right? But beyond that, you know, I purchased the Battle Pass, and I feel like I largely have access to all the cards I need. I'm sitting on an abundance of collector's tokens and abundance of gold currently, and I've been able to get every card that I feel is effective in the meta. And any way that they can monetize cosmetics, cool. It's just like I moved to the state of Nevada, and I don't have to pay state income tax because of the gambling here, right? And largely, I feel like if you don't care about cosmetics, you know, the game is funding by people that do. So like this system right here, I'm a huge fan of. Now, there is an issue with this premium mystery variant and some of these new variants. I wanted to talk about that. Right here, we've got every 9 premium mystery variants open reward the following, not in this order: 6 rare variants and 3 super rare variants. Additionally, if there are no eligible rare variants to reward, any rare pull instead rewards an eligible and unowned avatar. If there are no eligible super rare variants to reward, any super rare pull instead of rewards eligible unowned avatar. If there are no eligible avatars award, any avatar pull instead rewards 310 random boosters. I mean, I feel like there's some people that have every single cosmetic in the game, and they probably spend in excess of $10,000. Also, one last issue before we wrap up the video: the new variants are bugged, can't split, and a couple people have been asking me about that. If we go into the new system, basically every 10th collector's reserve now are spotlight caches, and in the spotlight cache, this will rotate from week to week. You've got equal chances of getting any of these things here. My suggestion is, if you're looking for the new card release, to only open 4, because it's random, right? 25%. And so once you open the first one, and let's say you get null, then you got a 1 in 3, and then you would say you get Living Charge Journal, then you have 1 in 2. I also do not recommend using spotlights just to get variants. This is meant to be a primary means of acquisition for new cards. And if you care about getting the next high evolutionary, then you want to save these, because there's going to come a time in the future where the next high evolutionary, the next big bad, is going to be in this weekly spotlight cash, and you're going to need to have 4 if you want to guarantee to get that card. And you're going to put your gameplay experience at significant risk if you're just randomly opening these to get variants as opposed to get cards. And if you want Jean Grey, I understand that. You know, then you if you have 4 of them, then you're guaranteed to get Jean Grey. That's how you say it. And then also, once you pull Jean Grey, stop. You know, and then if you do that only for new card acquisition, on average, you should only you need to open 2.5 of these to get that. And this, a lot of people have been asking how this works right here. This is exactly that. You get a random series 4 or 5. It's completely random. And if you already have that card, you get a variant. And also, if you have any of these cards, you get the variant. So if you're looking at this and you're saying to yourself, well, yours looks different than mine, it's because I have all 3 of these cards. And so if I was opening the Spotlight, Cash, and lastly, we're gonna wrap up the video. Congratulations to the people that were able to save their collector's reserves and not open them, and then go open the ones that don't convert. You guys gamed the system and you min-maxed it. And if you've already updated the game, you can do it. But if you're sitting on, let's say, 100 or so collector reserves and you have not updated the game, run, don't walk, go to Reddit and take a look at some of these posts on Reddit on how to min-max the system. But it only works if you have not updated the game. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now. Game J bugs. Yesterday's video has all the bugs. There's multiple bugs with Jean Grey, which makes the card feel better than the way that she may actually be. It's unknowable currently if Jean Grey is going to be an effective card long term. My best guess is no. Yeah, if you want the link to yesterday's video, I can provide it for you. Here you go. I don't know about, I don't know anything about the Living Tribunal. All right, let's see here. Yeah, let's just do that one. All right, what do we want to do? Marvel Snap. All right, we're gonna play bounce decks. I strongly believe that the bounce decks are significantly strong. I'm sure that High Evolutionary is also good. There should have been more nerfs. I mean, I strongly feel that the bounce decks are the best thing ever right now. And that sounds incredibly boring to me. Like the idea that that the optimal way to play this game for the next 2 weeks is to play bounce decks just seems super boring. Like, I'm just not excited about playing bounce decks, right? Yeah, they attempted to nerf bounce decks, and they did that. It just didn't. I don't think the bounce was effective. Let's see here. Let's see what the most effective bounce deck is right now. I think it's a little different than what I've got here on the screen. We're gonna just double check. Yeah, it's this one right here. Let's take out Jeff because everybody complains about Jeff. I don't have Jeff. All right, because this deck does not need Jeff. We can use Iceman instead of Jeff. All right, let's earn it. Let's go all the way up. Let's earn. Yeah, if you open a gene on the first one, yeah, stop. Yeah. Black Panther Tribunal, dude. If you can get Living Tribunal to work, that'd be amazing. I feel like a lot of people smarter than me tried and were unsuccessful. Oh, you still need null though? Well, I mean, I don't have a way of getting into this lane, do I? Should I play this out or not? Yeah, I'm gonna play it out because I've got Angela and Bishop, right? Yeah, if you want null, all right, so they're gonna have Patriot, right? Brood, yeah. So they're gonna win Death's Domain. This is kind of what I was afraid of. I think I'll be fine. I mean, I just gotta win these 2 lanes. Oh yeah, dude, absolutely stop when you get. Oh, dude. Absolutely stop when you get the card that you want, right? I probably should have did Spider Ham right now. All right, let's see here. I may have saved my Spider Ham for too late. Hopefully this hits their, like, what do I want to hit right now? Let's see, Spider Ham. I think this is good. Yeah, if you don't update the game, then you can only play players that haven't updated their game. Super scroll? Alright, that doesn't matter. We're gonna snap. We're just gonna do this. Let's get it over with. All right, so where are they gonna go hard? I don't know, man. I can't play Iron Man because of Super Scroll, right? Yeah, I don't win. Yeah, I'm 1 point short. That's fine. All right. Yeah, if you don't update the game, then you play against other players that have not updated the game. So there is a significant advantage right now. I thought they fixed this. I don't know why they didn't fix the UI on that. All right, let's see here. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we're gonna get the magic variant here pretty soon. Let's see, we've got. Let's upgrade a card. Finish, upgradable. Let's see, what is the most interesting card here? Rhino, Sandman, Ronin. I feel like Ronin's the most interesting to me. All right, let's go and bang this out. Conquest. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, I'm gonna buy the Black Panther bundle tonight. All right, I'd like to get an infinite ticket. Maybe we can get an infinite ticket right here. Need to start making season pass better. Dark Dimension? Them playing Bast is pretty good. Yeah, this is not probably great for me. All right, let's do this. Ooh. No. All right. Jeff is good. All right. Warpath, Black Widow. I mean, I guess we're gonna play the Black Widow, right? All right. Well, do I care about Warpath? No, I don't. Actually, I kind of screwed this up. Took 3,000 credits to get to one spotlight reserve. That sounds about right. How do I want to do this? I kind of screwed this up, didn't I? Maybe. Let's see. Because next turn we're gonna draw into what? Yeah, this is I kind of messed up with the Iceman. We're gonna probably retreat here. I think it was right move? No. It's not a player-friendly move. All right. Playing Mirror. Is everybody just gonna play Bounce forever now? Murder World. All right, we'll do that. You're gonna have Ryan. You're gonna have to go to Reddit to get that information. I don't know that that's true. We don't know. Yeah, it's bounce is just gonna be everywhere right now. Holy moly, it's just gonna be bounce everywhere. Yeah, we just don't know. Like, I didn't personally test it. Time to start running wave in every deck? Maybe. I've played against a lot of wave decks, and it feels like I can still do fine. I could see there being like a high evolutionary wave deck, maybe. Yeah, I just never... I've played against wave decks. I don't know why this is taking... I think I should just... All right, here we go. All right, we're going to do that. Yeah, but that might be the most viable deck post you know, what else are you gonna do against if everybody's gonna run bounce now, right? I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be an anti-meta to bounce, I would think, right? What's the best way to do this? I don't know, man. I feel like we lose here. Yeah, we're gonna lose here. You know, I want to just accelerate the losing here. I mean, there's gonna be an anti meta for bounce, right?
I am Iron Man.
Let's see if they win. They have to, right? Yeah. All right, so I win the middle. See if I got enough for the right. No. Yikes. All right, yeah, they wiped me, man. Well, at least we're getting our practice in, getting our licks in Proving Grounds, right? I've not seen the data mines yet. I'm interested in that. This screen right here is completely unnecessary. I know it's a small thing, but yeah, there's a deck that Safety Blade played, and I actually played up against him, and I beat him. And I know he modified the deck based on our match. Safety Blade made a good deck that's kind of like an anti-bounce build. All right, we need to get a. Did they change Loki again? Loki's had more than one text. It's been changed several times. Good. Yeah, I mean, how many different versions of it changed again? Okay. Loki needs to be an important card, right? I feel like Loki's an important Marvel character, so hopefully they don't make Loki mediocre. I don't like this. This doesn't help me. All right, what do we got?
Wind, aid my hand.
Wow, 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 wow. That's bad. All right, let's take it. Is there an where are those? Where's that data mine coming in? Where are they put? Where's the data mine posted? Is it on snap.fam? Replace your hand with cards your opponent's starting deck. Give them -1 card cost. Holy shit. This is Sarah Surfer. Man, I cannot win today. But this doesn't have all the information. Black Knight on reveal. Where's the card? I feel like this article's incomplete. What's up, babe? Where you going? Oh, yeah. Okay. I gotta make a Marvel Strike Force video, so I might have to shut this down if I don't start getting some traction here. I'd like to get a good run, but boy, this run is, oh, that's terrible. I mean, I don't know. Maybe bounce is just too predictable right now. Maybe it's they need a counter meta or something after each turn. Yeah, Kitty Pride costing 1 extra really messed me up, right?
Aid my hand.
Hmm. All right, let's just get it over with. I think I'm gonna have to make a Marvel Strike Force video though. So see if I can clear out my daily objectives, and then go from there. Bishop. All right, what do you got? Nova, Juggernaut. All right. How do I throw priority here? Kind of hard, right? Yeah, they're gonna. This is Killmonger's coming down, so.
I am Iron Man.
Oh boy. Huh. Killmonger's coming down for sure. Oh boy. I think he's gonna abandon. Let's just do this. I don't even know. You're gonna put Killmonger, right? And hope that. So let's see if we're gonna win that. Let's see if we can win right. And then here's the Killmonger. Yeah. All right, so we win. Oh, why would he play this? There we go. Good game. Yeah. Yeah, finally we got a W. My goodness, man. We were having a hard time there. All right, we got some traction now, I hope. Oof. Holy moly, we're having a hard time this morning. All right, we got one. Oh, can I buy a gold ticket? I think I can buy a gold ticket and just go right into it. Let's see. Season pass. All right, magic. I already got a magic card that I like. What do we want to do here? We've got... not quite. Okay, we'll go into the silver. Oh, now I can get it. Let's do that. Well, yeah, anybody that did not update their game and saved their reserves and figure out which ones to open and which ones not to open is at a significant advantage. Correct. Yeah.
I am Iron Man.
Steam is busted. I'm playing on Steam. I was able to mimic, pulled over 3 taking tokens, some essential gold, saving spotlights, and then getting 2 cards as missing after date. That's awesome. I love hearing that. That's great. Yeah, and I think it's good, right? If it allows more people to catch up and get more closer to collection complete, that's a good thing, right? Yeah, anybody that's able to get closer to being collection complete, right? Yeah, I don't think there's any chance I win here. What's up, Wolver? The new collector's reserves are garbage compared to the old ones. It's the upside is the collector, the spotlights. Spotlights are amazing, right? The aggregate is that the spotlights should be better. Beta Ray Bill updates announced on MSF Facebook. What are they modifying the card? Modifying Beta Ray to be better? Oh yeah, the patch is live, but Jason, if you have not updated the patch yet, you definitely want to read this Reddit post that's pinned. Please, please, please read the Reddit post that's pinned. How did I lose? No, I won the tiebreaker. Holy moly. Yeah, so if you have collector's reserves, if you have not updated the game and you have collector's reserve saved, you can open the ones that are not going to convert to spotlights and have a significant advantage. I'm not going to test the new Gambit, no. Pig. Oh, I got there, Bishop. I didn't have any saved, so I wasn't able to take advantage of the system, so that's fine. Raft. All right. Well, oh, what do I want to do here? Yeah, if you have not updated the game, there are some things that you could do. What are the chances that they don't? Find out. Yeah, if you have not updated the game right now and you have collector's reserves, there's some shenanigans you can pull. Oh, so we're both gonna... Oh, I did the wrong one. I didn't think about the bounce thing. Let's see what else I draw. And with a 0 on the right side, yeah. Yeah, I could bounce, but I don't really want to bounce that Mysterio, right? I don't know. Leader? Is that gonna help me? Huh. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Let's see here. I gotta pull up I gotta do something.
I am
Oof. Yeah, is there a better version than this? Oh, they're starting to update it. They're starting to update it. Is there a better version of this that actually has the, like... Got 3 hours. All right. So I have a little more time than I thought. All right, let's finish this game and then we'll do that. I'm gonna make a video about this, the data mines. I got 3 hours. Well, I got 2 hours before. I have like an hour and a half before I have to like do something. Yes, it's a yeah. It's good. Anybody that did not update got a significant advantage. Yeah, I think the chart is also the pinned comment. Is this person just not playing Sinister London? I don't understand what's happening here. Oh, I see what they're doing. All right, well, that's fine. And then I'll just drop Chavez. Let's snap and get this over with. Yeah, drawing a card? Yeah.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
All right. I mean, I could lose here for sure, but you know, the Evo nerfs are not, they're incremental. I think they were necessary. I'm in total agreement with the high evolutionary nerfs. I know that's controversial to agree with developers when they nerf things, 'cause everybody hates nerfs, but I actually agree with the high evo nerfs. I just do. I mean, those are exactly the cards that I thought they were going to nerf. They nerfed them a little differently than I thought they were going to do them, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I don't have any problems with these high evolutionary nerfs. Come on. It's no longer possible to pull Series 4 out of normal caches. Yeah, correct. They didn't nerf Lockjaw, but those nerfs were mostly around the Lockjaw High Evolutionary deck. Let's see if they can pull this off. I actually don't think they can beat Iron Man. Maybe? They're gonna tie Iron. They're gonna tie the right. Do I win the tiebreaker? Yeah. No, I lose the tiebreaker by 1 point. All right. Yeah, the Wasp nerf, and then also randomly pulling Hulk out of a Lockjaw, kind of. Yeah, I mean, Lockjaw could continue to be a problematic card going forward. It just is. Because of Thor. Hey, these nerfs are not gonna change a lot. It's an incremental nerf, and it's appropriate. There's nothing wrong with these nerfs. Like, you don't want the purpose of a nerf is to scale them back without obliterating the archetype, right? And I feel like the nerfs did that on the on the high evolutionary. It brought it back a tad, but it didn't obliterate the deck. I don't even know what to do here. Bounce got the problem with the reason why they didn't mention bounce is that they nerfed bounce last adjustment, and I feel like they want to. I feel like they want to. Is that enough to win there? I don't know if that's good though. Do I really want to play with that now? Let's play all the cards that I don't want adjusted. I think we got to make this video and move on. Oh yeah, they had something to do with them hitting the left targets or something. Yeah.
I am Iron Man.
Can I win this? I don't even know if I can win. All right, let's make a video. Oh, did I get the last thing that I wanted? All right, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, nice. Oh, do I get something else? No, real close. All right, let's see if I can go here. Metal shop. I think I've got all of those done. Yeah. All right, we're caught up. Let's take a look at this. Wolver, you want to do a video about these? About the incoming cards?
Atoms fall apart. Solar flares arrive. Buildings collapse. Only a few will survive. The world as we know it will no longer be there.
All right, hop on.
Water is gone. A new era has begun. Prepare yourself for the apocalypse.
What's up?
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
I can hear you. Whoa, we got a bunch of new cards. Do you see them? You hear me?
Try that one more time. Can you?
I can hear you.
Yep, now I can hear you. My power went out today, so I had my chat turned off, so now I can hear you fine.
All right, so we got Loki.
Yeah, it seems very interesting.
All right, let me adjust my headphone volume real quick.
Okay.
How do I do this? I'm a mixer. No. All right, yeah, we need headphones to go down. Oh yeah, they're way too loud.
Okay. Yeah, test 1 2.
All
Test
right,
1 2.
there you go. You sound great. I just had it
Okay.
100%.
Too loud.
Yeah, well, and then if I turn you down, then it doesn't mix right. So
Right. Yep.
all right, so let's take a look at this. All right, Loki Battle Pass card, right? That looks pretty
Yep.
good.
Yeah, it's now. Do you think it fills your hand? So 7 cards you get.
Replace
Or is it-
your hand with the cards from your parting starting deck.
Or is it only replace how many cards you currently have in your hand? I mean, that's my question up front. It could be any, right? We've talked about this before with, I think it was 2099. Who knows what it means, but that'd be the first question I'd wonder.
You know, I know that they say that they want to make these cards super intuitive. Like, I feel like this is not. Replace your hand with cards from your opponent's starting deck.
Yep.
So if you have 5 cards in your hand, you should get 5 cards, right?
Or is it 7? Right? No, I think you're probably right. It's replace your hand. So whatever you have in your hand. So if you have Loki in your deck, you're basically hoping to draw him, and you wouldn't pull cards because you're maybe wanting to get your opponent's cards and have them be cheaper. I don't know. I mean, I think the right guess is likely that it's just based on the number of cards you have in your hand. That's my guess.
All right, and so this replace your card with cards from your opponent's starting deck. So you're just gonna get random cards from your opponent's deck, right?
Yeah, and they're 1 cost cheaper. My intuition here is I don't love this. I mean, this is so RNG for who you're playing against. It could be good. It could also be terrible. I mean, who likes to play? What's it called? Weird World?
All right,
That's what
but
it
you
is,
can
right?
play this in conjunction with Quinjet, right?
Yes, you could. That would help. I would say that would be a good pairing. I think Quinjet would be very good.
All right, let's throw Quinjet into the conversation as a card,
Yep.
right? All right, there
I
we
think
go.
yeah, yep. I think it's a must use.
Yeah, I think Quinjet is no brainer with this card. All right.
Yep.
What else? What other cards are going to synergize with Loki?
Something to give you, I'd say Agent 13, just so you have an extra. You putting power on the board just so you can, and you're also putting a card in hand. Maria Hill, same thing. So that way, by the time
just cards that keep your hand full. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So if that's how it works.
Agreed. Yes, if it's how it works. If it just straight up gives you 7 cards, ignore what I just said. Those cards are pointless. Well, maybe not pointless, but
Yeah, because this is going to go off on turn 3. So Maria Hill and then Agent 13. Yeah. Okay.
right. Yep. Yeah. So that sequence makes it now. So Quinjet or Agent 13, Maria Hill, Loki.
And then,
I like Collector.
And Sentinel too, right? Sentinel and Collector, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Collector could be huge because that's. I mean, if you can play Collector on turn 2 and instantly get, what did that be, 10 points on turn 3 for him? I mean, it's Shangable, so that's risky, but that's about as good as you can insta give him points.
Yeah, but you can't just avoid Shang card. You know what I mean? Shang is always going to be the thing, right?
Shang doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, that's just all right. All right, so yeah. Collector. All right, Collector sent. All right, so I think Collector and Quinjet makes sense, and then Maria, Agent 13, Sentinel, and then
Just so you're putting points down.
yeah, and then it almost builds a deck if you're going to be doing that, right? Then you're kind of in a Devil Dino deck right there, like you would probably in case you don't get Loki.
Potentially. I mean, that's the part where this card, when I look at it, I'm sort of like, what am I doing right now? Like, I'm really taking a high risk on what my opponent's giving me. If you're on ladder, who knows what your opponent's playing? You know,
it's not obviously good.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't seem obviously good.
I would agree with that. I look at this and I go, well, I'll get it because I'm buying the season pass. That's the way I see this card right now. Interesting. I'm looking to see if Mobius and Ravana, like how they play in with this at all. Cost can't be increased. Your opponent's cost can't be reduced. I mean, Mobius is interesting, I guess.
Well, let's go in order.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you say that? Aeoli list?
Alioth, yeah.
Just draw all enemy cards played here this turn. All right. So this is
That's good.
Let's see.
It's like a Negasonic, but you don't lose it. And priority doesn't matter, which is awesome.
It seems better than Negasonic.
I would agree wholeheartedly. It's a later play, so it's a 5/5, but like if you need to win a lane, and if you're already winning it, or if you're within 4 points, this is a guaranteed win on a lane because you auto destroy what's there.
Oh, I'm looking at this card, Ron. This is a turn 6 card.
Yeah, 5 or I mean you could play in 5, but I played on 6.
Yeah, this is a turn 6 card for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So basically you guarantee to win a lane. This is like better than leader in some ways.
I would tend to agree. I mean, yes, because even if your opponent leaders, though and takes this.
No. As opposed to playing leader, this is better than like because that's the way leader played out. And Arrow is like, well, Arrow is a little different. Be ahead on 2 lanes and win, and then leader was kind of like. So this will guarantee to win a lane if you're down 4 points on a lane, you could play this and win that lane, basically.
Yes. Yeah. Now, if someone dooms a different lane, okay, but still you've got 5 and you've win this, so you got to make sure you're good in one of the other ones. But yeah, This card seems at its face value very, 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 very good.
So like, let's say like a Sandman deck or ramp deck, right? You push out a lot of points early, and then you play this on turn 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see this honestly fitting in a lot of spots. Like, it's just a turn 6. I mean, I'm trying to think what wouldn't work here. I mean, if someone Cosmos you in that lane first, I guess.
All right, so this also feels like this could be played in a bunch of types of decks too.
Yeah,
Like this,
absolutely.
like you could actually probably get away with playing this with no destroy synergy at all. I mean, like you say, oh, I'll play null, blah blah blah. That's fine, but this you wouldn't need to. Like this is just a win a lane on turn 6.
Yeah, this is a win card. I think it could go literally anywhere.
What if you like Daredevil something Professor X turn 5, lock up a lane, and then this on turn 6 to another lane, right?
Yeah. You could play. Oh yeah, this could play in control and guarantee you. Oh yeah, this could get stupid.
Yeah.
This is like a must-buy card. I'm definitely saving spotlight caches for this card.
That seems way more interesting than Loki. Okay.
I would agree. Totally agree.
Mobius and Mobius. Ongoing. Your cost can't be increased. Your opponent's cost can't be reduced. Okay, so... All right, costs increased would be Iceman, right?
Mm-hmm. What else? I mean, what else does that to you? Or a Dream Dimension, which sucks, but okay.
All right, and then I'm trying to think what cards get reduced. That would be Beast. This
is, yeah.
Beast, Quinjet, Zabu, Sarah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
this is a pretty good card for that.
This is tech. Yeah, this is tech. All right. So
I think it's more for that than it's not. I think the first sentence is nice, but people are going to want this card for the second sentence.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just pulling up a lot of.
Oh, that's really strong.
Yeah, that actually seems like for a tech card that seems pretty good. All right, Zabu.
You know what? Someone just said in chat. This is interesting. So like, people are talking about Wave, Mr. Negative, like, so like,
how is this? Yeah, how is that going to interact with Wave? Holy moly, is that good with Wave?
Wow.
Right? Isn't that good with Wave?
Well, it's like anti-Wave, right? So if someone wants to try to bring in a Doom or a high-level card onto or Galactus earlier than the appropriate turn, Mobius says no, you can't do that. It only lets you play whatever the cost of your card is.
All costs cost 4. So wait a minute.
So if you had a 5 cost or a 6 cost and Wave was trying to bring it down to 4, Mobius says, no, you can't do that.
But then you could still play your 1-drops.
Yes, because your cards can't be increased. So you could say, thanks for the Wave, cool story. I'm playing a 1 and a 2 and another 1.
This could be this is an anti-Wave card too. If you're playing Bounce and you play this, right?
Yep. Yeah, wow.
This is an anti-Wave card. Holy moly. Sarah,
Man,
Zabu.
This is very useful. This is a strong tech card. Holy shit.
Yeah, all right. Your cost can't be increased. So yeah, you could still drop. You could bounce and then someone plays Wave and you don't care. You're just going to dump your hand still, right?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, someone mentioned Sabretooth for 0 cost. That's another one. Like, that's not going to work. Wow. This is strong.
Yeah. All right. Ongoing. Your cards with 1 or less power cost 1 less. So all the cards that work with Bast and or Mr. Negative, those types of cards. So this is going to be like an Iron Man, Mystique, Null, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much any card that works with Mr. Negative, right?
I think so. But why, if you're using Mr. Negative, why
Well,
your goal there is to get it at 0? So I guess if you don't hit negative,
No. I don't think you play with Mr. Negative, but it would be those cards.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
it's the cards that Bast interacts with, and or Mr. Negative interacts with the best, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's like a Zabu, but for all cards like that, right?
Morbius, Hitmonkey's a 1. So
Interesting.
2 drops, so this would be like 2 drops. So Ceradex would like this. Ceradex that played 2s, right?
Yep. So anything that costs 1 power costs
Hitmonkey,
1 or less.
Hitmonkey,
I'm gonna pull up
Hitmonkey Bishop.
I'm gonna pull up a full chart.
My experience is any card that reduce costs will get played.
Yeah.
This will get played. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around what
Hobgoblin.
Angela.
So it's Hobgoblin.
Angela
Go ahead, you go.
Hitmonkey, right?
Yep. The goblins. It helps with Mr. Negative itself, so you could throw it in a negative deck to get him earlier, but it could get weird with those other cards. Taskmaster.
Do you have? How are you sorting these?
I
In
went
game?
No. I went just Marvel Snap Zone and just went to cards
Got it.
and then power 0 to 9. It shows some of the unreleased, but that's fine. I mean, you could filter it. Yeah, Mystique. You already mentioned Null. I mean, Ironheart, Iron Man, Hitmonkey.
All right. So
Right?
this right
Yeah,
here.
just-
How do I get rid of the?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There
I see.
you go. Yeah, and then I think you can hold on a sec. Yeah. You can, I think, those filters take it for just uncheck the not available.
All right. There we go. I got rid of unreleased. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
So here's a bunch of cards, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting.
My experience is that cards that reduce the power will get played.
Cost, you mean?
Yeah, they just they just do, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it costs 1 less.
I mean,
All
it's
right, let's see.
with a minimum of 1, though, so it can't go to 0.
Let's see if I can filter cost out.
You could click the cost 9-0 down, and then the ones that are
There,
at the end.
I got it right
Oh, wait,
there.
no,
Yeah.
You got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, all the 1-drops are now missing. All right,
Yeah.
so
Oh, though it takes away the negative ones, doesn't it?
no, they're
it
still there.
doesn't. No.
All
Yeah,
right,
you're right.
and then would see they have to have 1 power or less.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So from
there we go. That's
a bishop,
that is-
patriot, Psylocke.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, great. The goblins, negative, Taskmaster, Mystique, Morph, Morbius, Null, King, Ironheart, Iron Man, Hitmonkey, Dracula, Darkhawk, Cerebro, Arnim Zola, Angela. Holy
this is-
shit!
yeah,
and
there's
these
a
are a
lot of
lot
cards.
of good cards here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 4-cost Hobgoblin.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I gotta say, just by on the surface, without playing these 4 cards, 3 of them look highly playable on the surface.
I would agree.
Holy moly! To save your next month is going to be rough. Holy moly! Or this
Well,
is
and
this
August
is
is-
September.
This is September, and August is, I mean, it's a good month. They've got really good cards for destroy packages with X23, Silver Samurai. What was the other one? Lady Deathstrike's not bad.
Yeah, Decken, Deathstrike, X-23, Silver Samurai.
And all three of those are allegedly going to be Series 5. So, I mean, wowza.
All right,
Loki, I think, is definitely the worst of those.
Yeah, Loki is the only one that seems not obviously good. I'm not saying Loki is bad, but I typically think that buying the battle pass regardless of...
Yeah.
All right, let's just bang it out.
All right.
Holy moly, the data mines are in, and we have 4 new cards for September of 2023. Joining me today is Wolverthor to go over these cards. Are you hyped?
I mean, 3 of these are like, I'd argue must-haves. They are really good. So 3 out of 4, yeah. I want to find a way to get these, no doubt.
Okay. Battle Pass card is going to be Loki. And before we talk about Loki, I just want to say Loki has been in the data mines for a while, and he has changed at least twice. So this is like the 3rd version of Loki that we've seen. And so everything in this video is subject to change between now and September. We've seen that happen a lot before, but let's just go over the current version of Loki. And this is supposed to be the Battle Pass card. Replace your hand with cards from your opponent's starting deck. Give them -1 cost. What's your take on this card?
I'm a little torn. I think everybody loves to reduce costs, right? So that in itself, you've got to say is a good thing. What I don't like about this is you just never know what your opponent's going to have.
Right.
So, I mean, and how many of the cards are you going to get? And is it going to be enough for you to actually win the game? So whether it's 3 cards, 4 cards, 7 cards that you're getting in your hand, it might not be the key pieces to win. So for that reason, I'm sort of looking at this and going, I don't, if it wasn't for the battle pass being great or the season pass being great,
right?
I don't see myself wanting this card.
Yeah, I'm not sure. My take on Battle Pass cards is I'm going to get them anyways just because of the other value. And then if it's a card that I don't have to get later and spend tokens on, like if for some reason it doesn't become valuable. But I like the Battle Pass regardless of the card. Like
Right.
I'm going to get it. Now, we had some questions on actually how this works. And of course, this is unknown. But so we're working off the assumption is you play this on turn 3. And let's say you have 5 cards in your hand. They're going to get 5 cards randomly from your opponent's 12-card deck. That's what we're assuming, right?
Correct.
And we don't know that that's how it works, but based off of the language, that's the way we think it works. So cards that might be good with this would be Quinjet. Cards that didn't start in your deck cost 1 less. So then, then you could not only be getting the cost reduction from Loki, right?
Yep.
And then Quinjet would also help a little bit. Collector, when a card enters your hand from anywhere. So if you're getting 5 new cards, it'd be +5. And then we also, you brought this up, and I thought this was a great idea. What's the thinking there with like Maria, Agent 13, and Sentinel?
Yeah, so if the situation with this card is where it only replaces your hand based on the number of cards you have in hand, then you want to make sure that you keep as many cards in hand as possible prior to playing Loki. And so anytime you play Agent 13 or Maria Hill, they guarantee you to get a card back. Same thing with Sentinel. So you can put points on the board and still keep cards in hand. So that way you can get as many cards from your opponent as possible.
Okay. Yeah, so we're thinking Loki might have some synergy. Quinjet, Collector, Maria, Agent 13, and Sentinel. Let's go to the next card. Now this one I'm probably the most excited about is, how do you say this? You corrected me on
Alioth.
this. Alioth. All right. I was going to say Aeolith or something, but Alioth. All right. Destroy all enemy cards played here this turn, including unrevealed cards. And I think logically, your brain will go towards, null and some sort of destroy package. But I think that this is just going to be an amazing turn 6 card. Maybe with Kitty, right? You play Kitty and this guy, right? Or,
yeah.
Or like, what if you lock down a lane on turn 5 with Professor X and you're winning that lane? And then on turn 6, as long as you're, behind by 4 points or less, you're going to win that lane, right?
100%. This card, I'm most excited about this card personally.
Yes. I mean, this is going to allow you to win a lane on turn 6. If you're down by 3 points, you play this there, and as long as it's not a card that's growing like Bishop or something, right? You know, it's going to be a good thing, right?
Absolutely. And that's the only type of thing, like you mentioned, there's the Bishop type cards that grow based on what someone else does, and or if somebody Cosmos before you because they have priority. Because even if you don't have priority and they go for, or you do have priority, you can destroy everything in their hand because you destroy, it says including unrevealed cards. And that's the big thing that makes this card so strong, is it just destroys whatever they play there. So you just need to be able to reveal it.
This is so much better than Negasonic. So much better, right? Like,
way better.
This
way
is like
better.
a billion times better than Negasonic. And I don't think that this needs to be played in a destroy package. I think this is going to be useful in multiple places. I mean, that was one of the problems with Leader, right? As long as you were ahead, you could win, right? And they kind of made it kind of now where he's a 6-2. So now you're like, oh, well, as long as there's space and I'm up by 2 points, then I can win. But this is better than that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I just think it's absolutely amazing because no matter what anybody does, this card is going to be, I mean, there's certainly counters to everything, but this card screams put in almost any deck that you've got if you want to win on turn 6. I mean, what is somebody going to do when you play this? Yeah, again, outside of a Bishop and or a Cosmo played first, it's just going to win a lane, assuming you're within that range.
Yeah, and in conjunction with Kitty, my goodness. Oh, my God, right? Yuck. Okay, Mobius, Mobius, your cost can't be increased. And so that, I believe, could come in 2 forms. Wave, like your opponent plays Wave, and your 1, 2, 3 drops go to 4. Well, that won't happen, right? And then Iceman. So, like, you might want to play Iceman with this card, right? To mess them up and not mess you up, right?
That's right. It's and Dream Dimension, which is a turn 5 killer for a lot of decks if you've got something you worry about there. But you got to be careful just carrying a card because of a location. I mean, it's still Wave's strong enough to have this card in your deck if you're worried about it.
And then your opponent's cost can't be reduced. Well, this is going to ruin Beast, Zabu, Sarah. I mean, you know, any of those cards that are, or decks that are built around Zabu or Sarah or having some sort of cost reduction, Abomination, right?
Yeah, this is
She-Hulk.
It's insane. This is an insane tech card. It really is. It is so strong.
Yeah, this feels so incredibly useful. And then not only will it potentially ruin the other person's deck, but you could take advantage of this with Wave, right? Like you could play Wave on turn 5, and your opponent is going to be basically restricted to playing 1 card, where you can still dump your hand. Like if you're playing like a bounce deck, right? You could still drop, you know, Kitty and Hit Monkey and all of this stuff. Like that's great. And he's a 2/3. I mean, this is like he's on curve, like for reasonable amount of power too, right? Like a 2/3 is like reasonable power, right?
Absolutely. And your risks with him are just Rogue and Enchantress. I mean, this card is, I think this one's gonna be everywhere too. I just think that it fits in so many different decks. It's so good.
All right. And then I'm also excited about this card, Ravonna Renslayer. Ongoing, your cards with 1 or less power cost 1 less, minimum 1. So for me, this is we went and sorted, and there are a ton of cards that would synergize with this. And my general take on any kind of card that reduces cost, there's going to be an archetype. There's going to be a place for this somewhere. It probably has to be discovered. And also, this type of card will continue to be good as more cards come to the game, right? What are your initial thoughts about this card? I think it's bonkers.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. And again, like some of these other ones can fit in a lot of different decks. And when you scroll through that list with the Goblins, the Angela Hit Monkey bounce type stuff, Cerebro type stuff, Mystique, Darkhawk, I mean, Dracula, Iron Man, Taskmaster, Zola, Null. It's just, it literally, Bishop, again, Bounce. I mean, you're not going to play it likely with Patriot, but all of these other cards, I mean, we talked about Null, Zola, and Bucky Barnes in there. Those are all destroy. You know, it's sort of nuts. At first, when I first saw this, I thought maybe it wasn't that exciting, but when we started going through this list, I mean, it fits in a Cerebro 3 deck, right?
Yeah.
So, and it helps Cerebro and it helps Mystique. So now all of a sudden you've got, you know, another card that you can play on turn 6 for 2 costs if you got it. So go find a 2/3, you know, not that you're going to play Mobius at that point, but Mobius is a 2/3, and, you know, so it could go into Cerebro 3. It's a great card.
Yeah. And if we're looking at these cards that are here behind me, there's so many of these are top tier playable cards. And so, you know, like if we look at like Zabu decks, right? Like sometimes people throw Zabu in a deck that only runs like 3 or 4 costs just because, right? Well, like, I mean, that's how important that kind of stuff is, right? And, you know, if you can play multiple cards that you normally couldn't play on turn 5 and 6, it's going to add a lot of value. And we're just talking about a 4-drop Hobgoblin and stuff like that. Oh my God, right? I mean, it feels like, I think I got to just say this. I think September 2023 is bonkers. I see a lot of potential for pretty much all of these cards, except for Loki. I'm not really sure how Loki's going to play out, but the other 3, it's like I can conjure situations in my head where they're going to be amazing.
I totally agree with you. I agree. But like you said earlier, the season pass, you're buying it anyway. You just hope the card's going to be decent, and it's okay. It's going to be interesting. It reminds me of Weird World or whatever, which not a lot of people like. So, but the other 3, fantastic. Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Loki is going to be obviously good, but and you know, some season pass cards are better than others. You know, like I know a lot of people like I don't have Hitmonkey. I was like, oh, Hitmonkey is good, you know, but like, and Nebula is good, but then it's like Ghost Spider and Phoenix Force, I'm not sure. You know, it's just like, meh, I don't know. But
this feels like a Ghost Spider-y type of card.
Yeah.
Maybe a little, maybe worse. I don't know.
Yeah. And I think it's just one of those things where like maybe we just haven't, like in our brains, haven't figured out how to abuse that yet. Or maybe there's another card. But in general, I feel like buying the Battle Pass just for the other stuff is of high value. Be sure to head over to Wolver's Thor, where he's got tons of great Marvel Snap content. Anything you want to say before we go?
No, appreciate it. Love collabing, buddy. And I'd love to hear in the comments below what card you guys are all excited about.
Yep. Bye for now. Do you want to bang out one for your channel?
You're streaming right now, right?
I can stop streaming. I got to make a thumbnail upload this anyways, and I got to do Marvel Strike Force stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to mess up your stream, but if you're down, yeah, it's your call. I'm fine
I
either
can just
way.
end the stream. Yeah, I was wrapping up the stream anyways.
As long as Chad doesn't hate me for it.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Bye for now, guys. See you tomorrow.